What's up, you guys? Divine Chakras, welcome back to the channel. Dang, my last video was like almost a month ago. So, anywho, I hope you guys are doing well. And you see the title of this video is Mercury Retrograde. Just when you thought you were off the hook, it just came right back around, right? Oh man, this Mercury retrograde, I don't want to say it's been kicking my ass, but it's definitely been revealing a lot of things to me on a communicative basis, but also on a relationship basis as well. I believe the last time I talked to you guys, or was on the video, I told you guys that me and my girl broke up. I don't even want to take y'all and drag y'all through the drama, but I just want you guys to know, we are back together. And we're really trying to make things work between the two of us. So in case somebody commented talking about I need to move to Tennessee and get away from my controlling girlfriend, but little do you know, my ass is controlling too. But anyways, so there's the T, all right, and there's 888. So Ashe. These master numbers, these numbers of the universe have been crazy. I already saw 555, 666, 888 this morning already, and 916, which is a number that I see all the time. Very often, like everywhere, I see 916. So I was at work the other day, and I was taking somebody's phone number down. And the lady was telling me the phone number, and the last 3 digits of the phone number were 916. All I could do was just laugh to myself, because I'm just like, man, the universe just works in mysterious ways. But anywho, so let's get on track real quick. Let's talk about this Mercury retrograde. So there's one thing I really want you guys to understand about this Mercury retrograde. And because it's in the sign of Pisces, there's going to be a lot of vulnerability that's happening around this time. And I know that I have personally been feeling very vulnerable. And vulnerability is a good thing. Feeling vulnerable and being vulnerable in relationships is actually a good thing. It actually helps you to grow. But it also really allows you to really learn who you are on a deeper soul level, but to also connect with your emotions, all right? And also connect with your, also connect with your clairvoyance, or like your higher spiritual self, all right? So using this time during Mercury retrograde is going to be really, really beneficial, especially for those like myself as Capricorns, earth signs, who are very non-communicative people. Like Capricorns, we find it hard to communicate with people, especially expressing our feelings, because we never want to look emotional. We're so emotionless. All right. So that's why Cancer and Capricorn are on the opposite ends of the astrological spectrum, because we are literally polar opposites. Cancer is very emotional, very fluid. It's a water sign, whereas Capricorn is very earth. Okay. Pisces is a water sign. Okay. So, right now, a lot of us Capricorns, we're really feeling that pressure to be more open and to be more, again, vulnerable. What is that noise? Helicopter. To be more vulnerable with our feelings as well. So I know for me, I told you guys previously about, my mom and her narcissistic ways, and, she's still at it. Me and her had a really big blow up, falling out. Again, I hate to bring y'all in my drama life, but it's the only way that I can really make comparisons and to speak from a truthful place. Okay. Me and her had yet another falling out. We probably had 3 falling outs in the last maybe 3 weeks. So obviously the plan, I've already told you guys, is to move out. And as I say that, there's 555, right? So Ashe. Y'all, I'm telling you, these numbers are not playing. I wish I could flip my camera around and show you guys, but there's literally 555 on this truck right here. But anywho, so the point I want to make is that a big move is definitely in the works for me, and really departing out of her space. So it's just crazy. Universe works crazy. But anywho, and really moving out of her space so that I can have my own, obviously. but also me and my girlfriend and my daughter will be moving in together, right? And so the point I want to make to you guys is that the one thing that I've learned, and I told you all, this is my power year. This is year 8 for me. And I think we've talked about this. And I want to do another video to elaborate more on what your personal year really means to you as well. But this is my power year 8. And so, I've really been stepping into my power and, really standing up to my mother, so to say, and just really putting my foot down with her, because my mother is the type of person where she likes to be very controlling, and she likes to really, but be in my business. Really ever since my father died as well, she's really just been in my business because she has no business to mind of her own. So therefore, she wants to be in my business, and she wants to control my life and tell me how to raise my daughter and tell me how to make decisions for my life. But at the end of the day, I'm a 35-year-old woman, and yes, I do live with you, but you still should respect me as an adult. I still work, I still pay my own bills, and I take care of my daughter. And so because of that, because my mother has been so controlling, she's an Aries, by the way, for those that don't know, and y'all know that earth and fire just don't go. They just do not work, okay? And so with that being said, me and her have never had any type of understanding, even since, I can remember being, 13, 14, 15 years old. We just were never on the same path. And for those that don't know, or you may have forgotten, I am also adopted. So not that that changes anything, but it kind of does. Okay. So anywho, so back to what I was saying about Mercury retrograde and communication. I knew that Mercury retrograde obviously, is here, but for me, Mercury retrograde isn't necessarily about stifled communication. For me, this is more about really me taking the time to dig deep in myself and to really look at who I am and look at the values in which I follow, and really evaluate whether these values and these practices and these thoughts are conducive to the way in which I want to move forward in my future. Are they ways in which, I want to raise Kennedy? Are these ways in which I want to conduct business? Are these ways in which I want to continue to cultivate and push myself to a higher path, right? And the one thing that I've realized is that, and a lot of you all do the same thing, is that we do not put our happiness first, okay? Whatever that may look like to you, we do not put our happiness first. We continue to try and appease and please other people. We continue to try and live through the eyes of other people instead of living through the eyes of ourselves, including our children. Okay. And the one thing that I have realized, and again, just using an example, is that, as a single mother, I have, of course, given a lot of my love to Kennedy, because over the past, over the past 8 years since I've been back in Maryland, since I left Kennedy's father, I have dedicated my time and my life to Kennedy, right? Most of us say that our kids come first, but in all actuality, your kids should come second, okay? Your happiness should always come first, because in order for your children to live in a very healthy, peaceful, productive environment, mommy has to be happy, daddy has to be happy. However your situation may look, your happiness should always come first, okay? For those that have children that are single mothers out here, and I know there's a lot of you guys that follow me on my channel, please do not grow old into this bitter old woman because you never went out there and dated. You never pursued your happiness. You never went for that career that you always wanted to do. You never started that business that you always wanted to start because you make the excuse of, I have to raise my kids. No, you have to put yourself first in order for you to raise your children. That's how it should be. And I feel like a lot of us have it backwards. We communicate to ourselves indifferently, and we have to understand that the way the universe works is that the children always come second. The universe, yourself, children, family. That is how, and family, I mean like your extended family, okay? Once you leave the nest from your mother and your father, you should always be putting yourself first. Once you become married and you're in a relationship, or even as you're cultivating a relationship in which you want to marry this person, your relationship should come first. Okay? Yes, your relationship should come first. All right? Your career should always come first, meaning your career in which is going to push you in the next direction. That is your passion, right? That should always come first. Your health should always come first. Looking your best should always come first. Okay? There's so many mothers and fathers out here who are single, that are raising children that are not happy because they continuously put their kids first. People don't realize, like, once the children leave the nest, and let's say you're married and you gave the kids everything and you never gave the marriage anything, and the kids leave the nest, now you're looking at each other like, I don't even know who the hell you are, because we never got to know each other because we had kids so early. That BMW looks bomb. I will be in that car. I am in that car. That junk looks amazing. Anywho, so a lot of us, the kids will leave, the nest, and here we are looking at each other like, I don't even know who the hell you are, because, we never got to know each other through the times in which we were together. And just the same, with you not getting to know yourself and who you are, right? And so, if you go on to have children, or if you go on to continuously work, let's say for an employer, and you never really got a chance to pursue your happiness, that's why so many spirits come back earthbound. That's why so many spirits reincarnate, because we don't fulfill our true life's happiness. And then we're sent back here to do that shit again because you didn't get it right the first time. Okay? The last thing that I want to do is come back and be earthbound. I don't want to come back here when I transition. I refuse. I don't want to be an earthbound spirit, or I don't want to reincarnate into a human, living through a spiritual body in order to do this again. I tell you guys all the time that, I know that I was inserted into this universe, and I do know that I was inserted into this universe. I don't have any past lives. My sole purpose is to be here, be the rebel, go against the grain, heal people, empower women, and move on with my life, okay? And so I feel like my whole life has just been this complete, like, rebel renegade life. Like, I've always done things in opposite or backwards. I've always thought in ways that people would never think. That society has completely changed us into being these robotic humans, to follow this certain book of life, which is the Bible. Now, the Bible does say that your husband or your partner should come first, and then your children. So, obviously we know that the Bible holds a lot of life secrets, and a lot of things get fluffed because of all the fairy tales. The Adam and Eve, the David and Goliath, Jesus parting the Red Sea, all these different things, Noah's Ark. There's so many stories that get fluffed in the Bible because, it takes away from the true essence of what the Bible is trying to teach you. And so, that's why we say don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Don't look at the glass half empty, that it is actually, half full. And so there are a lot of progressive ideals in the Bible that we should definitely take a look at and really, say, okay, these are, ways in which we should live our life. Now, of course, we know 42 laws of Ma'at is the actual basis of the 10 Commandments. So if you know this, then you understand that, the 10 Commandments are something that we should essentially abide by, because, and there's 333. So Ashe, ascended masters are here. Listen, let me tell y'all. Anyways, so the truth is that, using the Bible will really, again, it will give you, especially the 10 Commandments, I should say, and also the book of Psalms will really give you an outline as to how you can alchemically, live your life in a way that you can manifest anything that you desire. Okay, your thoughts are your reality. All right, I was just telling my girlfriend that this morning. Your thoughts are your reality. In a if you continue to be in a thought process of being ungrateful, or not really, again, pursuing your happiness or putting your happiness into a grand scheme of things, really grounding yourself, and today's a great day to ground because it's going to be a beautiful day in the neighborhood. If you do not ground yourself, you will continue to be thinking. Hold on, y'all. If you do not ground yourself, you will be continuing to think on so many different levels that your brain can't even process what it needs to process. Okay? So Mercury retrograde again, 222. Ashe. It's right here on the billboard with the numbers. I'm telling y'all, it's anyway. So the point of the matter is that the point in the matter is that, you know, this Mercury retrograde has really opened my eyes to a lot of things that I have been missing in life. A lot of the puzzle pieces. I found the puzzle pieces this Mercury retrograde go around. I have found the puzzle pieces that needed to fit in areas of my life that I was still searching for. I was still looking for answers. And I think that I don't even think. I know that I have found the answers to the questions in which I have been searching for. And, you know, I have been working with the selenite and the clear quartz for clarity. And I promise you guys, like, the clarity is real. I have an amethyst necklace on today. Yes, it's actually a necklace that that I make. So if you guys are interested in these crystal necklaces, let me know. But you know, and you know, the amethyst is also for the crown chakra. And so I don't want to say that, you know, my crown chakra has been like taking in information, but I know that my third eye has been more so taking in information, because I have been seeing things in a different light. I have been seeing things on a more open, grander scale. Okay, I have been really thinking outside of the box and seeing things for what they are, and seeing that this life still has a program even on me, in a sense. Even though I'm awakened and I've stepped into my spiritual enlightenment, there's still ways in which you know, especially with my mom raising me, you know, as being a Christian, you know, she has raised me. She's a sleeping sheep, and she has raised me. Her thoughts and her morals were based on the sleep. Okay, we're based on that slumber. And so we have to really remember and continue to 444 Ashe. You know, we have to really continue to push the envelope and push ourselves forward, push ourselves into a better position, to be more open-minded, to think differently and think outside the box. Okay, I really want to elaborate on this topic of putting your relationships first, putting yourself first. Even your relationship with yourself, you should always put first. Like, I'm telling y'all, your kids will be okay when you put yourself first. They will you actually love them more when you put yourself first. If you put your kids first in any and everything that you do, you will not only wear yourself down, but you will run yourself so thin that you will then in turn have no love to give to your children. Okay, so that's really all I wanted to say. You know, I don't even know how long Mercury retrograde runs. I know that it started on March the 5th. I'm assuming that it's going through like the beginning of April, because that's usually about how long Mercury retrograde lasts. Just also be aware that if you are an earth sign, or if you're a Capricorn, that the energies of the eclipse are still lingering from January, and it's about 6 months until the next eclipse, which will happen in the summer. So a lot of earth and fire energy are going on right now. Remember, the eclipse was the full moon was in Leo, but the eclipse happened during Capricorn season. So you know, the passion is here, you guys. The passion, the drive, the will to pursue your happiness, pursue your dreams, pursue your goals. don't be ashamed of it. For those that don't know, I told you guys last time I was going to get my lash certification. I'm now officially a certified lash technician for semi-permanent lashes as well as lash lifting. All right, and so I'm just so freaking proud of myself, number one. But number two, the support that I've gotten from my girlfriend has been immensely beyond anything that I could ask or think. So, I owe it to her as well, because she, basically funded my class. Okay. So, it's really finding people in your life that are going to make sure that you pursue your life goals, but also really push you to continue to drive your passions. She owns her own business, a cleaning business here in Maryland. And she also runs 2 Airbnbs. And so, to have someone on my side that's also an entrepreneur really pushes me and allows me not to give up on myself as a growing entrepreneur as well. She hasn't worked in 2 years. I'm still working. So, I'm trying to be, not trying, but I am in her position already. Okay. This is my year, my power year. This is the year that I will succeed. I have already succeeded. I already have success as, a lash extensionist or a certified lash technician. And I told you guys, man, call it in. I've been also incorporating a lot of sex magic as well. So, maybe I'll talk about that one day. I know there's several videos out here on sex magic, but for those that are, even those that aren't single, but, especially for us single mothers out here, like I told y'all last time and a few times before, that y'all need to start masturbating, because it's really going to call in. You can call in, sexual energy is so strong. You can call in so many manifestations to you by just masturbation and using your climax as a way to call in your manifestation. So I'm gonna leave that there because I'm pulling up to my destination. And again, I just wanted to pop in and just let you all know that I am really enjoying this Mercury retrograde, to say the least. Even though there have been some communication like hiccups here and there, the thought processes that have been flowing to me have been so immensely great, and I'm just so grateful to the universe for allowing me to be in this position to receive these messages, and to also receive the love and support that I get, not only from you guys, but of course the love of my life. So I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and as always, I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.